Pujols pops it up. Pena and Hill get together, and it's going to be, as always, the taller of the two to make the catch. That'll get us to the 8th. Cubs won, Cardinals won.
Southwest makes the call.
What's the call?
I've got unnecessary bag fees.
Guys, I'm just driving.
Do I penalize for each bag fee?
I would. $120 round trip in bag fees?
Man, that's a low blow. Guys, I gotta get going here.
Hey, you want me to throw you off the tarmac?
Bags fly free. Southwest Airlines. It's the right call.
Forget overpaid athletes. The High Life is sponsoring real folks. Nick Thompson, we want to be the official beer you and your nostalgia game will catch.
All right, thanks. Come on, Dad.
Get sponsored at MillerHighLife.com.
Join Menards this week in saluting our American-made products with Menards Made in the USA sale. Since 1952, Edsel has produced high-quality storage systems. Made in Chicago, Illinois, this heavy-duty steel 3-shelf kit is just $119. For outdoor storage, trust Rubbermaid. Made in Winfield, Kansas, this large vertical storage unit is constructed out of a durable, weather-resistant resin and is only $259.
Save big money at Menards.
Right now at Subway restaurants, you can get a super deal on a super meal with our $5 Super Combo. That's any regular 6-inch sandwich plus today's soup for only $5, but only for a limited time. Subway, eat fresh.
2012, your best customers and guests are ready to play. The Wrigley Field experience allows for your group to host an event at Wrigley Field on a non-game day. Event packages include batting practice, softball games, and much more. For more details, including 2012 dates and pricing, please call 773-404-4161 or visit Cubs.com/premier.
Here's Kyle McClellan, who went to the bullpen from the rotation after Edwin Jackson was acquired in late July. Not quite sure what or if any pitches he's dropped from time when he was a starter, but he's a guy who will mix up his pitches a fair amount.
I think he's kind of narrowed it down to a tailing 2-seam fastball, a cut fastball, a curve, and an occasional straight changeup. Although if he feels the situation calls for it, he may throw any number of pitches. Was fooling around with the knuckleball a little bit. Two different changeups, the regular straight changeup along with the split finger for a time.
That was a curve that got away from him. 2-1. This Cardinal bullpen has been pretty ragged in terms of usage. Some guys haven't pitched a whole lot, and other guys have pitched maybe too much, as that ball will get down for Darwin Barney. He is thinking 3. A leadoff standing triple. Go-ahead run at third with nobody out.
Well, he took advantage that time of the Cardinals defense playing him cheap out there. They didn't think Darwin Barney could drive the ball over their heads, especially John Jay in center field. Lance Berkman was shaded over toward the right field line just a little bit, leaving that big gap in right center. And when Jay couldn't get there, Darwin Barney's off to the races. A standing leadoff triple.
A roller, and Barney's going to hold as Pujols will tag the bag. So Laher is 0 for 4. And it'll bring up Pena. They will intentionally walk Pena with Soriano on deck.
Soriano, in limited at bats against Kyle McClellan, has had his number, 3 for 7 lifetime, with a home run the last time he faced him.
Now he gets a visit from the acting pitching coach. It's bullpen coach Derek Lilliquist. Dave Duncan is away from the team. His wife had major brain surgery. And obviously Dave Duncan given as much time as he needs to be with his wife while she recovers. Paid crowd tonight, 40,355. The Cardinals going over 3 million in attendance for the 15th time. And the 8th consecutive season. Cubs went over 3 million at Wrigley on their final home date on Wednesday. 2-0 on Soriano. And a deep drive for Soriano. Back toward the bullpen. Gone. Cub fans and Brewer fans, no doubt, cheering that home run as the Cubs lead 4-1.
No doubter off the bat of Alfonso Soriano, our HP home run replay. That's what happens with an elevated fastball. Soriano, a real good low ball hitter, but in that particular situation, looking for something up in the zone, he got it and did not miss it.
There are young baseball fans in Milwaukee who love Alfonso Soriano. It's 4-1 here, and it's 4-1 there. So this division possibly could be wrapped up tonight. And the Cubs, who took 2 of 3 from the Brewers, trying to hand the Cardinals a devastating loss tonight. That would knock them 3 games out in the wild card. .25 home runs for Soriano. And he now has 26 RBIs over his last 27 games. Marlon Byrd out into medium depth in right center. John Jay for out number 2. Bullpen giving it up late again for St. Louis.
Boy, and a shaky bullpen is something that Tony La Russa must lose a lot of sleep at night. As much as he loves to play matchups, To have the bullpen come in and give up leads the way they have recently, he's got a really big hauler.
Well, this time they give up a tie game as Alfonso Soriano untied it with a 3-run homer. 4-1 Cubs.
Is it really necessary to brew Coors Light down as low as 34 degrees? Does it really matter if every beer is filtered cold, aged cold, and packaged cold? Do the mountains really need to turn blue when your beer's as cold as the Rockies? Is Rocky Mountain Cold Refreshment really that important? You be the judge. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Hang with us on SportsNet Central. Every night on Comcast SportsNet, Pat and Mark, Chuck, Sarah, Luke, Gail, Chris, and Kip bring you the Chicago sports coverage you crave. We capture the must-see highlights, deliver the late-breaking news, and produce the in-depth interviews the Chicago sports fan deserves. So hang with us on SportsNet Central every day on Comcast SportsNet, fans' best friend. Go inside the lives of Chicago's biggest sports stars, only on Inside Look on Comcast SportsNet. Your questions answered.
Having great fans like that, that's what makes playing here in Chicago so special.
Idols revisited.
Looking back now, yes, I should have been more relaxed and not put this much pressure on myself.
And their stories behind the headlines revealed.
We feel that our legacy will live forever.
Catch a new interview every month with Inside Look on Comcast SportsNet. Visit csnchicago.com for listings.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Suzuki SportsNet Central update. A programming reminder, flip over to Comcast SportsNet the minute the Bears-Packers game goes final on Sunday. Bringing Jake Cutler and Lovey's post-game comments live, plus an all-pro panel. Pat Boyle with Jim Miller, Dan Jiggets, and Howard Griffith break down the game. That's all Sunday and after every Bears game only on CSN. Now, back to St. Louis with Len and Bob.
All right, Cap, thank you. Got some changes for the Cubs as Tony Campana is playing left for the guy who just gave the Cubs the lead, Alfonso Soriano. Reed Johnson in for Brian LaHare in right. And the pitcher is 6'7" left-hander Sean Marshall. It's a final in Milwaukee. Brewers 4, Marlins 1. I'm sure they've got this game tuned in the clubhouse. I'm sure the fans have stayed. They probably want to celebrate tonight at Miller Park. Cubs doing their best to help them as Lance Berkman on the first pitch singles into center.
The percentage move to turn Berkman around from the right side of the plate. He's a real good hitter from both sides, but much more accomplished as a left-handed hitter, both for average and for power.
And that extends his hitting streak now to 11. David Freese 0 for 2. He did walk in the 6th. Low for ball 1. Those of you who like the tight playoff races, you will be disappointed tonight because again, Milwaukee ready to wrap up the division. The Braves possibly could have a 3-game lead in the wild card, and over in the AL wild card race, Tampa Bay lost to the Blue Jays 5-1, where the Red Sox rained out in New York. So Tampa Bay 2.5 out. The Angels trail at home against the A's 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. So Freese is retired, 1 away.
Well, our Corona Extra pitch tracks had hard late breaking slider from Sean Marshall down and in. 3 swung right over the top twice in that sequence, and now you've got another double play candidate on this Cardinals roster. Yadier Molina 20 times this season has grounded into a double play.
Bob, the Rangers possibly could clinch the AL West tonight. They have a 5-3 lead in the 9th at home against Seattle. Their magic number is at 2, so if the Rangers win and the Angels lose, that division race will be over. The Diamondbacks' magic number is 1 in the West. You could have a lot of clinches tonight. San Francisco, however, is leading at AZ 1-0 in the top of the 5th. Matt Cain and Joe Saunders, the pitching matchup. Ground ball, and it's through. And the tying run will come to the plate, and a guy who certainly could tie it up with one swing, Alan Craig, will hit for Skip Schumacher. Molina, by the way, with 3 hits tonight. They've all been singles. And they've all been to center or right center.
Nice effort by Darwin Barney. Just a little bit too much topspin on that hard grounder back up the middle of the field. You mentioned Craig, a guy that definitely has home run power. However, I think his power is pretty much limited to left center and left field. We talked about it all the time in close ball games late. Make the other team beat you with a string of base hits the other way. Don't give them the opportunity to perhaps pull a ball down that left field line for a cheap home run.
Craig's playing time could increase next year depending on whether Albert Pujols returns or not. He's played just about everywhere. Put Lance Berkman at first. You could put Craig out in right. Mayhew will step on third, and they've turned 3 of them tonight. After 8, Cubs 4, Cardinals 1.
Visit Lowe's to pick up your instant win game card for a chance to win World Series tickets. Compliments of Scott's.
Shrimp is our most popular promotion at Red Lobster. There's so many choices. The guests love it.
It's endless shrimp today at Red Lobster. As much as you like, any way you like new sweet and spicy shrimp, all for $15.99.
My name is Angela Trapp, and I see food differently.
Right now at Luna, get 70% off all floors. Plus, get $200 off by scheduling your free estimate at Luna.com. There's more to love for less.
773-202 Luna.
Wow, what's that?
Oh, it's the new AT&T smartphone.
Nice. I wish I could afford one.
Yeah, I got a good deal. So.
Look at that screen. Ooh. Fast, too, right?
Oh, yeah. Last week, FITD.
It streams movies. Real web browsing. Turn left now. Look at this camera. Hold on. Let's get a photo. I'm listening to downloaded music.
Oh, I can afford that. See ya.
The AT&T Impulse 4G. For $29.99, there's no excuse not to get your own. AT&T.
Sunday, Randy Wells takes the mound when the Cubs and Cardinals square off for the final time this season. Coverage starts at 12:30 with Chevy Cubs pregame live. Don't miss a minute of the action. Cubs and Cardinals coverage beginning at 12:30 Sunday on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Alan Craig, who just rolled into that 5-3 double play, will stay in and play left. And kind of the forgotten man in the Cardinal bullpen, Mitchell Boggs, who came in on Saturday for the first time in 2 weeks. He has not been very busy. But Jason Mott and Fernando Salas in particular have been very busy. And they struggled yesterday in that 9th inning.
Boggs basically a two-pitch guy. Good fastball in the mid to upper 90s with a little bit of tailing action and a hard slider. He does have a straight changeup, but he rarely uses it.
There's the Cubs closer, Carlos Marmol. And a rip back through the box for a base hit. I know you got up early this morning to go fishing. What time were you up?
4:30.
Okay, so for a 7:15 start, you got up at 4:30. You've got a noon start tomorrow, so are you just going to go fishing right after the game tonight?
I'm just going to stay right here. Probably the last time we'll get an opportunity to go fishing on the road this year. I want to thank John Casey and Jim Metter once again, our two buddies here in St. Louis, that we go catch them. And Otis, by the way, Tom Hellman, the Cubs clubhouse attendant supreme, caught the big fish for the year today. 4 pounds 1 ounce.
What did he catch?
It was a bass inside a bass. A big bass.
2 for 1, huh?
A big bass with a small bass still in his mouth.
You heard Molina screaming 2-2-2, so Freeze able to get Coy Hill at second.
Now this should be fun. They're one of the better throwing catchers in all of baseball behind the plate, and arguably one of the better stolen basemen in the National League. Cardinals able to get the lead runner Coy Hill at second base. They had no chance.
You mentioned the other day when we were at Wrigley Field talking about the cutout near first and third, and that it's not uniform around baseball. Well, it's a big, huge curve they have here in St. Louis. If Campana gets all the way to that edge, that'll be about the biggest lead he could ever have.
I think if he gets all the way to that edge, he'll get picked off. That's why it's very important for base runners and base stealers especially to get out on the field before the ball game.
He is running. Here's the throw by Molina. It's to the shortstop side, and I don't think he had a chance anyway. And Campana has the bag.
Now Molina knew he really had to rush. Tough pitch to handle. 2 up and into Starlin Castro. And you have to drag that ball all the way back across your body, try to get that shoulder closed quickly. And Molina pulls his throw to the shortstop side of the bag, allowing Campana to slide in safely. That's stolen base number 23 in 25 attempts for Tony Campana.
base hit into center. Campana rounding third. 5-1. Castro with hit number 201, and it's an RBI knock to boot.
Again, the speed of Tony Campana helps create a run for the Cubs as Starlin Castro smokes that ball back up the middle of the field. Poor throw that time from John Jay. Actually short hopped the cutoff man. They had no chance once again on Tony Campana. We say that a lot when Tony's on base. No chance. No chance.
Barney with a go-ahead run after he tripled and would eventually walk home on the 3-run homer by Alfonso Soriano. Scored the tying and go-ahead runs tonight. Bouncer, and they get the out at second and at first. 5-4-3 double play. Cubs add to their lead, however. It does take a save chance from Marmol, but Carlos coming in with a 5-1 cushion.
Whoa, you went to a Subway restaurant. What are you saving up for? Are you buying a private island?
No.
Building your own space station?
No.
Are you getting a robot butler?
No.
Upgrading to bionic legs?
What? No.
Are you building a secret city at the bottom of the ocean?
No. I just like saving money on the food I like.
Oh, I knew that.
Right now, you can get a super combo for only $5. That's any regular 6-inch sub plus today's soup for only $5. Subway, eat fresh.
GMC Truck Month. For all those times when it's just you and your trailer. For all those times when the job demands that you stay connected. For those times when nothing comes between you and the game. We offer our best Sierra ever. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash allowance on Sierra, plus 1 year of SiriusXM satellite radio, including every NFL game.
Okay, kids, our cable will let us record one more show. Who should get it?
I really love Jennifer.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. Kyle's got that thick head of hair.
And that should be rewarded.
Okay, moment of truth. On 3, say which kid you love the most.
Ooh, fun, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Jennifer. Whoa.
Ah, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we give it to Kyle. It's really all he's got.
Switch to AT&T Uverse and record 4 shows all at the same time. Just $29 a month for 6 months. AT&T.
Back here in St. Louis, Carlos Marmol on to try to get the win for Jeff Samardzija. It will not be a save chance for him, however, with a 4-run lead. The win tonight for Samardzija would be his 8th, all in relief. Ryan Terrio will lead it off. Looks like Daniel Descalso will bat in the pitcher spot.
Don't need to tell you, Len, how important it is to end this game in 4 hitters or less.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. When Albert Pujols made the last out in the 7th inning, I thought we were pretty safely done with him for the evening, but it all depends on Carlos Marmol and his command.
Good fastball. That one clocked at 94 miles an hour. Not a velocity we've seen a whole lot from Marmol this year. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Remember earlier this season when former teammate Carlos Zambrano was critical of Carlos Marmol for throwing a slider to Ryan Theriot. Said, no, everybody knows Theriot can't hit a fastball. Well, 3 straight fastballs just blew Theriot away that time.
Two and 0 on the pinch hitter, Descalzo. Ball 4. Hard to give up just 1 run when you walk 7 guys as a staff, but that's what's happened tonight. Dempster walked 6, and Marmol with the free pass of Descalzo. They've limited them to 8 hits, and they've gone 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Ah, the double play ball.
And the double play. Yeah, 3 of them. Let's see, the Cardinals, I mentioned they were nearing the club, well, the NL record. They're 1 away from tying the all-time National League record of 166 set by the 58 St. Louis Cardinals. 1-1 on John Jay. Waited back on a slider and couldn't get it. 1-2. Descalzo takes second. Will not be given a stolen base. Keep them out of the double play here. Swing and a miss on a slider. 2 down. Now you don't have to worry about Pujols as the tying run. However, Lance Berkman would be if Punto and Pujols reach. Strike away.
More fastballs than we're used to seeing from Carlos Marmol so far tonight, and I think the Cardinals feel the same way. Taking a lot of very hittable fastballs.
Right back to Marmol. Cubs win. Cubs win 5-1 the final. The Cardinals officially eliminated from the division race, and they're now 3 games behind the wild card leading Braves with just 5 to play. So the Cubs win 5-1. The Brewers have clinched the division. And a nice comeback. They were down only 1-0, but facing Chris Carpenter, they really didn't have much going early. They were able to tie it up on the Pena double in the 6th, and then Alfonso Soriano with a big blast in the 8th.
Huge, huge home run. We talked about the great batting practice he took today, and he carried it right into the ball game.
So time now for our GMC player of the game. It goes to Starlin Castro. Congrats to him. 2 hits tonight, the first of which gave him 200 for the season. He's the youngest Cub ever with 200 hits in a year.
And he's not done. He's got 5 more ball games. Who knows how many he might end up with.
Starlin Castro, our GMC player of the game. So the Cubs will go for 3 in a row tomorrow, as Rodrigo Lopez will face Kyle Loesch. And that'll do it for our game coverage. Once again, the final score: the Cubs 5, the Cardinals 1. We're back with you here on CSN Sunday at 1 for the series finale, 12:30 for pregame live. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. And now for Bob Brenly, Bob Albrecht, Dave Turner, Tamara Anderson, and our entire crew here in St. Louis. This is Len Casper inviting you to stay tuned. Coors Light post-game live is next.
All right, Len, the Cubs provide a spoiler alert in St. Louis. Hi, everyone. Pat Boyle standing by with GMC SportsNet Central. Immediately following Coors Light Cubs postgame live, the Blackhawks notched their first win of the preseason in their first tilt at the United Center. Both highlights and postgame reaction. On the south side, the cloudy future of Sox skipper Ozzie Guillen was again a hot topic of conversation. We'll hear from Ozzie, Kenny, and the captain, Paul Konerko, regarding Ozzie's future. And the Bears say they aren't using Sunday's game as payback for last year's NFC title loss to the Packers. We're building a bridge to high school lights on GMC SportsNet Central immediately following Coors Light Cubs postgame live, Holly's last Friday night with Cap. Have him do his Gene Shalit impression. It killed earlier.
I love this card. With the Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card,
we earn more cash back for the things we buy most.
That's 1% cash back everywhere, every time. 2% on groceries.
3% on gas, automatically. No hoops to jump through.
That's 1% cash back on Oscar.
Tony.
Oscar.
2% back on whatever she'll eat.
3% back on filling up this baby.
Now get 1, 2, 3% cash back.
It's that simple.
Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
We're talking 3% back on gas.
You know what sells? Sex. You know what it sells? Beer. It won't sell an important thing like a car. What will? Well, the Honda Civic received a 2011 Highest Initial Quality Award from J.D. Power & Associates, and right now you can get a stellar deal on one. That's what sells a car. But a little bit of sex doesn't hurt. Come see the wide selection and great offers at your Honda dealer today.
That's awesome. You can read that.
The AccuFit digital system, exclusively at LensCrafters, is about 5 times more precise than manual measurement techniques. So you get vision that makes the world as clear as it can be. LensCrafters.
We're good at tailgating, but to be great, well, you need a little coaching.
That's where I come in. Coach, are we running super cold activation today? Always, Gary. Only Coors Light tells you when your beer goes from cold to super cold. Frost brewed on 3. 1, 2, 3. Frost brewed. Ice down those Coors Lights, baby. Ice.
When it comes to big refreshment, we could all use a little coaching.
Nice crossing pattern, Randy.
We're tailgating at the next level.
Don't do it, don't you do it.
Frost Brewed Coors Light, the game's most refreshing beer.
A little help, guys.
Cubs baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Xfinity. Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity. Midas. For brakes, oil changes, and tires, trust the Midas touch. AT&T. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today for great savings on Toyota's all-star lineup of fuel-efficient vehicles. Official partner of the Chicago Cubs. This is Coors Light Cubs postgame live.
And there it is, number 200 for Starlin Castro. Congratulations, the youngest Cub ever with a 200-hit season.
Cubs get it done tonight, 5-1, sending a serious blow to the Cardinals' postseason hopes. Starlin Castro gets a couple of knocks. 5-1, your final. Well, welcome to Coors Light post-game live alongside former Cub Todd Hollingsworth. I'm David Kaplan. Okay, 5-1. They beat the Cardinals. The rivalry, the whole deal. But Starlin also has a big night.
Well, Starlin has a big night. That was an awful lot of fun. But I love beating the Cardinals. That's my big thing.
Isn't that great?
Well, this is what it's all about. You find things to motivate yourself, to get you excited, to get out there and get it done. And the Cubs showed up tonight. Dempster, he did a solid job. He worked around some guys. I know we were talking about the walks and whatnot, but it was just a fun ball game. It was intense. You felt those moments, and you get the big home run from Alfonso Soriano. I love it. There's nothing better than playing spoilers sometimes.
You're absolutely right. Time now for our Sports Authority play of the game. And it was the first hitter of the evening, Starlin Castro against Chris Carpenter, sitting at 199 hits, and there's the line drive, and what a great moment.
Well, how appropriate that he's going to center field right there. I think that really sums up his season. I mean, that was the one thing for me that Starlin, he never fell into, into one of those spots where he was trying to pull everything or trying to hit home runs or outthought himself at the plate. That's the one thing I give him an awful lot of credit for. He can get rid of a bad at bat and give you a good one right after that, and you see it right there. Just a great approach. Chris Carpenter on the mound tonight. That's the book on Chris Carpenter. Stay up the middle. Don't try to do too much. String together a few hits, and you see it right out of the gate right there. So impressive.
And just 4 hits away from tying Billy Williams for the most hits by a Cub since 1940. We were talking about going back over 70 years. And, Juan Pierre was vilified on the north side, yet he had a 204 hit 2006. But Starlin with a chance to get, you got to think, 206, 207, 208.
Very, very realistic. He's got the 2 more games in St. Louis. He's hit St. Louis pretty well this season. You've got 3 games in San Diego. Test's is probably going to be there if he doesn't get it done in St. Louis. A little bit tougher park to hit in. Pretty good starting pitching, pretty good bullpen, but I think he gets it done again. He's such a difficult man to pitch to because he covers the entire plate and some. And he's an aggressive hitter. He goes up there looking to hit. He gets hits off pitchers' pitches quite often, and you saw that a little bit tonight. Chris Carpenter made some good pitches to him, got him out a few times, but again, you make that one mistake, he makes you pay. Starlin, fantastic season. You certainly have been our brightest star, and we're excited to watch you down the stretch.
Yeah, you see the numbers right there. Not too many guys able to get 200-plus hits in a season at age 21 or younger. A-Rod, the high water mark at 215. Time for our Felco coming home moment. Cubs are tied at 1. Alfonso Soriano at the plate, and Alfonso Soriano has just left the building.
2-0 fastball jumps all over it. The big blow in this ball game. I talk about it all the time. You felt like there were some opportunities in this ball game to drive in some runs. LaHare had a few opportunities tonight. He did not come through, but you know what? It's the number of opportunities you give yourself. It's not going 2 for 4. Sometimes it's going 4 for 20. I mean, if you're going to give yourself 20 opportunities and you only come through 4 times, you certainly gave yourself more of a chance. I think this is the game that you saw right here. The Cubs did that tonight, got guys on base. They just, were waiting for that one big hit, and they finally got it.
Yeah, as we head to our first break, let's check out our Cubs opinion poll question. Who is your National League MVP choice? A. Matt Kemp, B. Ryan Braun, C. Prince Fielder, D. El Hombre, Albert Pujols. Log on to CSNChicago.com. Visit the Cubs team page. Cast your vote. We'll have the results later on Coors Light Cubs Postgame Live. Be right back.
Xfinity TV from Comcast gives you access to 10,000 on-demand titles and the best HD picture quality. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Sports Authority is proud to be the official sporting goods retailer of the Chicago Cubs. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
It's the bottom of the ninth. Full count. It all comes down to this pitch. Darryl steps up to the plate. It could be. It could be. It's gone. Darryl has done it again.
Everything baseball. Sports Authority, all things sporting good. Proud supporter of Backyard Dreams and the Chicago Cubs.
We're good at tailgating, but to be great, well, you need a little coaching.
That's where I come in. Coach, are we running super cold activation today? Always, Gary. Only Coors Light tells you when your beer goes from cold to super cold. Frost brewed on 3. 1, 2, 3. Frost brewed. Ice down those Coors Lights, baby. Ice.
When it comes to big refreshment, we could all use a little coaching.
Nice crossing pattern, Randy.
We're tailgating at the next level.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the game's most refreshing beer.
A little help, guys.
Meet the Mazda 3 4-door, 5-door, and the one and only Mazda Speed 3. No other car in its class looks like it, feels like it, or most importantly, drives like it. This is a car worth driving, and that's the only kind of car we build. We build Mazdas. What do you drive? Get the Mazda 3 with 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 owner loyalty cash.
Hey, this is Tom. How do you guys feel about our pitching rotation?
I got it.
I got it.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
I got it.
Comcast SportsNet fields your questions. Catch us on SportsNet Central or CSNChicago.com. Comcast SportsNet, fans' best friend.
I got it.
I got it. I got it.
Wednesday, the excitement of Blackhawks hockey is back on Comcast SportsNet. Tune in for a preseason battle with the Hawks' biggest rival as they take on the Wings at the UC. Coverage begins at 7 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live. Blackhawks Red Wings, Wednesday night at 7 on Comcast SportsNet. Hang with us on SportsNet Central. Every night on Comcast SportsNet, Pat and Mark, Chuck, Sarah, Luke, Gail, Chris, and Kip bring you the Chicago sports coverage you crave. We capture the must-see highlights, deliver the late-breaking news, and produce the in-depth interviews the Chicago sports fan deserves. So hang with us on SportsNet Central, presented by GMC, tonight after postgame live on Comcast SportsNet, fans' best friend.
You're watching Comcast SportsNet, now part of the NBC Sports Group.
Best Buy offers you the perfect match promise. Bring home the big TV of your dreams. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Time now for our Four Seasons heating and air conditioning. Who's hot and who's not so hot? Let's look at opponents at Busch Stadium. How about Will Venable? 484 at Busch Stadium. 15 for 31, 3 knocked in. Andrew Jones, 435. Then Ross Gloden, ex-Cub and White Sox. 389, 7 for 18 with 0 Ks. Who's ice cold? How about Ryan Spilborghs? 095. Brett Wallace, 130. Jay Bruce, just a $151 and 18 Ks. Time now for the Subway winning box score, and it's the Cubs box score. And you look at the numbers, couple for Starlin, couple for Darwin. He had a triple. Carlos Pena 1 for 1 and 3 walks. Love seeing the plate approach.
Well, yeah, Carlos Pena, real nice game tonight, especially against Chris Carpenter. I remember facing him myself. I mean, he is dirty. He'll throw the cutter in on your hands, the sinker away. You're guarding both sides of the plate. Very, very consistent. Throws an awful lot of strikes. You got to be thinking with Chris Carpenter. Carlos Pena did a very, very good job of that tonight, thinking along with him. Looked in at times, was able to hit the double down the line. Other times he was working around him, was able to take the pitches and battle him.
Still to come on the show, we will look at tomorrow's pitching matchup. Stay with us. Coors Light Cubs postgame live rolls on at CSN.
Cubs postgame live is brought to you in part by Suzuki Auto's all-wheel drive lineup. Suzuki, the power of engineering.
Suzuki vehicles have been receiving rave reviews, and for good reason.
Every Suzuki comes with America's #1 warranty, as well as the highest frontal safety rating in America. So come check out the great deals on our highly acclaimed Suzuki Kizashi Sports Sedan, Sporty SX4, or our adventure-ready Grand Vitara compact SUV. And see why the great reviews keep rolling in. Suzuki, the power of engineering. Now get 0% financing on all new Suzuki models. Hurry in.
The home side is something going now across.
Some watch simply for the love of the game.
The big guy.
Others seek out the best players or the biggest matchups and wait for the unpredictable outcome. But for most fans, it's about experiencing every magic moment live as it happens, one history-making play at a time. Switch to Xfinity and get TV, phone, and internet for just $99 a month for 12 months, plus an HD DVR free for 3 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Would somebody please give me some good news?
Right now at Feldco, buy one window, get one free.
Call 866 for Feldco.
GMC Truck Month. For all those times when it's just you and your trailer. For all those times when the job demands that you stay connected. For those times when nothing comes between you and the game. We offer our best Sierra ever. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash allowance on Sierra, plus 1 year of SiriusXM satellite radio, including every NFL game.
Join Menards this week in saluting our American-made products with Menards Made in the USA sale. Legato carpet tiles by Milliken are made in LaGrange, Georgia, and have an attached pad for comfort underfoot. Fuse comes in 2 colors, just $238 a square foot. For over 90 years, Timber Products has produced a wide range of wood products. Made in Medford, Oregon, 3/4-inch thick birch, red oak, or maple veneer plywood are only $38.99 each.
Save big money at Menards.
Cubs Postgame Live is brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Now time for the Autotrader.com Head and Heart Player of the Game.
Our player of tonight's game is Starlin Castro. Look at that batting average, 307, 201 hits, 91 runs scored, got 21 steals and an OBP of 435.
Autotrader.com. Find a brand spanking new car your head and heart can agree on.
All right, let's look at the NL wild card standings. There you have the Cardinals now 3 back. Giants are leading right now, trying to stay 4.5 back. They are on major league life support. This was a major loss for the Cards tonight, Holly.
Close to over. This is on the Braves right now. They take care of their business. This thing's going to wrap itself up. St. Louis has backed themselves into a corner. This is a game that they had to have tonight. You sensed it. You saw it early, playing for the early lead. They get the suicide squeeze by pitcher Chris Carpenter. And you felt like that might just be enough. But again, they were able to get some, the Cubs were able to battle back and get some guys on and get the big home run by Soriano.
Cardinals gave one back to the Mets last night, so those 2 losses back-to-back are just killers.
Their bullpen is really struggled. I think that's the one thing that's really, the Cardinals have really frayed right there. The starting pitching has settled down. They got a hot hitter in Albert Pujols hitting .397 coming into tonight's game, and they're rallying around him, going 12-3 over the last 15 ball games. But you look at the 2 games that they've lost. The bullpen unraveled once. They've had to have some big comebacks late, but tonight they just didn't have it. The Cubs went out there and played a better game. Some great defensive plays by DJ LeMahieu over at third base. Some uncharacteristic double plays in tonight's ball game. And, the Cubs did just an awful lot of things right. They picked out the guys that they were going to avoid in the lineup. Dempster did a great job of that, and good bullpen as well.
Earlier in our show, we asked in our poll question, who is your National League MVP? You said Matt Kemp and Ryan Braun, tied at 34%. How do you vote, Holly?
Matt Kemp, absolutely. I'm not voting for any of these guys because I have to see them all the time and they're in my division.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to see any of them.
I'm voting Ryan Braun. He's had a ridiculous
No,
year.
But Matt Kemp's had more ridiculous year.
And you got a little Dodger still.
That's right.
All right, let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's game. Rodrigo Lopez is going to the bump against Kyle Loesch.
Well, this is going to be a test for Rodrigo Lopez. Really, he's been throwing the ball better of late, but he's going to have to find a way to get himself through the lineup the second and third time. That's where he's really struggled. He's made pitches early in ball games. He's come out and gotten himself ground balls, but the mistakes seem to show up 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. Guys make plays behind him. If he's going to make some pitches, he can go out there and have another solid ball game. Plus, he's still got the motivating factor of wanting to beat the Cardinals in a meaningful game. Again, they're 3 games back with only 5 games left. I mean, unless Atlanta does, just completely flops right now, St. Louis is they're up the creek right now.
No, and he's also pitching to try and get a spot on a team star for starting pitching for next year. Thank you for watching Coors Light Cubs Post-Game Live. For Holly, our great CSN crew, I'm David Kaplan. Stand by, SportsNet Central with Patrick Boyle, who's a big Gene Shalit fan. That is next.
Cubs Post-Game Live is presented to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
We're good at tailgating, but to be great, well, you need a little coaching.
That's where I come in. Coach, are we running super cold activation today? Always, Gary. Only Coors Light tells you when your beer goes from cold to super cold. Frost brewed on 3. 1, 2, 3. Frost brewed. Ice down those Coors Lights, baby. Ice.
When it comes to big refreshment, we could all use a little coaching.
Nice crossing pattern, Randy.
We're tailgating at the next level.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the game's most refreshing beer.
A little help, guys.
Meet the Mazda crossovers, the 5-passenger Mazda CX-7 and the 7-passenger Mazda CX-9. Style, luxury, safety, plus one feature that trumps them all: how it drives. We build Mazdas. What do you drive? Now get the Mazda CX-9 for 0% APR for 60 months plus 500 APR cash and 500 owner loyalty cash.
So.
Gotta train more. Wait for me. Wait for me.
You're killing me, Howard. How much more of this?
Man, the way you train, you can probably eat whatever you want.
You gotta eat right. Egg white and cheese with Black Forest ham on flat bread.
Subway helps Ryan Howard go long with the high-protein breakfast he loves and his favorite mega tasty subs.
Subway, the official training restaurant of Ryan Howard and athletes everywhere.
I didn't know AutoTrader.com had new cars. But what kind of deal can I get?
On AutoTrader.com, you can now compare brand spanking new cars and special offers.
That one.
So you can find the one new car your head and heart can agree on.
Whoa.
AutoTrader.com.
An airline's job is to take you from where you are to where you need to be. And we're not just talking about points on a map. With a more intuitive Delta website and mobile app and the most Wi-Fi equipped planes, we let you be everywhere at once. Innovations like these are extending our reach so that you can extend yours. And now, even at 30,000 feet, you can still touch the ground.
Cubs Post-Game Live is brought to you in part by Delta. Keep climbing.
Hi, I'm John Grabo. The most Cubs games are right here on Comcast SportsNet.
Alexander the Great leads the Caps into the United Center for the Hawks preseason home opener.
And there it is, number 200.
Starlin Castro makes history in St. Louis, while the White Sox contemplate a future without their manager.
I have no idea. I don't make those calls.
I'm tired of that all day, every day.
And the Bears know they have to bring their A game against the defending world champs.
You really have to be disciplined.
You'll fall for this edition of SportsNet Central. Let's go.
This is SportsNet Central, presented by GMC.
Oh, that music can only mean one thing. Coming up at the top of the hour, 11 o'clock, it's High School Lights presented by Lemonhead. Sarah Kustok has all the Week 5 action from the high school gridiron. Plus, tune in to find out who's this week's Muscle Milk Team of the Week. Again, that comes your way in 29 minutes. Thanks for hanging out with us for SportsNet Central, presented by GMC on this Friday night. I am Pat Boyle. We'll have the latest injury news on the Bears before the big game against the Packers. But we start with a few comments on Ozzie Guillen's job status. We had some role playing today on the South Side. Ozzie was asked if he was Jerry Reinsdorf, would he give Ozzie a contract extension?
No, because I'm part of this group. I'm part of, hey, wait a minute, Obama asked for extension. Well, I should ask for one. Obama asking right now for 4 more years. What I could. I mean, I think you always knock the door to see what you get. All right? That's all you did. I don't say they have to or they don't. But my job is just make sure to ask. You know what I mean? Well, you go to date a girl, you're not going to ask her to go out with her, or you're just that good to say, okay.